We here at the Symbolic Truth have a lovely final send-off plan for you. If you stuck around with me this long, then I know there's a tinge of commiseration volleying back and forth between us. You know, I personally believe that nothing ever ceases to exist. Myself, you, them, all immortalized in this little thing. Hello? I can see you in there. Of course, there is pain. That incessant little prick right in the arch of my foot. That's the inspiration. I'm hyper aware of their intermingling. You know, at one point, I actually wanted these quiet moments of terror to just stop. I used to wake up from these nightmares with my heart just beating away like a jackrabbit in heat. You know, he would always be there in the corner of the room, face disfigured, body mutilated. It was like one visage bursting through another. And the grasping. It was palpable even with spectral hands. His grasp was... His clench was inescapable. But hey, as we say here, That's show business!
The show must go on. Nibble is still here with us, Paül. Her melodious cries, can't you hear them?
Her voice is like jazz.
Three, two, one, love!
You promised to make her a star, that everyone would see her beautiful smile.
Today's guest is a very special one. I'd even go as far to say that he is my greatest ally, a best friend, a sibling even. You know what? I'm just going to say it because I'm not ashamed. He's like a child father that sprung forth from the shadows of my subconscious. And I love him with a labyrinthine complexity that many of you may be frightened by. You know, there are types of love in this world that can be corrupted, perverted, manipulated. Love that expires, or love that may never fully form, but this love? No. See, this love exists solely as a finality. I need it as much as I need to breathe. Touch is... Touch is everything in a world that moves like water. You cling to it as not to drown. My next guest is what keeps me from drowning. Please welcome Anthony.
Tastes good. Just like when we were children. I feel your dripping tongue, wicked, winding its way round my tender throats. I have many, yet by some strange magic you have found a way to throttle them all. I hate this feeling more than you can imagine, Yet you're the one most likely to have imagined it, to have felt it caress your nightmare gaze.
Be still, Anthony. Ember beneath my flames. Seed forever embedded in my fertile soil. How gently I've awaited the arousal of your corporeal form from your perennial dormancy. Would you care to qualify yourself to the audience? Make it known how you arose from my nethers?
I am the one flesh, the becoming and became, the ever and never was, the figment and the fragment, the projected vessel, your replicant debasement. Your touch burns like father's cigarettes. Can't you see my scars? Can't you see the way I'm welded? I am your beating heart, Father! You damaged soul! Your tainted blood! Your personal viscera! Father, I am your truth!
Do you know how profoundly it hurts me when you utter a phrase like that? If it isn't obvious, I'm a man whose depths are oceanic, and your decaying soul resides within me. Rusted and colossal, but still dwarfed in comparison to the magnitude in which I operate. Much like how the Titanic lies insignificantly in the North Atlantic. Each word you speak impels an emotional butterfly effect, radiating outward from the molten core in me before your many eyes. Do you see my hurt? Can't you taste it? It does linger. I know from experience. You fancy yourself infinite, but still my hands, this inescapable clench, my inescapable squeeze, it reaches far beyond you.
I am fractal, a cancerous recursion. Anthony Mandelbrot, if you will, for I am legion. Your gaze sticks me like a hungry pig, and I lust for a cliff to plummet an angelic escape. Would that I could take flight from you, but I fear your tendrils will reach me in the depths. Life haunted by your furies is a life I could take or leave.
This life, this one that you've grown on about so eloquently, you should be grateful for it. You are the ego transcended, daddy boy. Be grateful that you are capable of discrete feelings in each one of these faces of yours. To be able to display a myriad of emotion concurrently. Oh, what a travesty it must be for you. You know what the problem with one face is? And I suffer from it greatly. One face is forced to lie. Look at my countenance. I appear relatively happy, no? Well, let me be the first to tell you that the iceberg touches the ocean floor in my case. With you, I can see every feeling. You cannot lie or hide or internalize. You are splayed open in front of me, and with my eyes, I dissect you like the reptile you are.
Soon I shall evolve and become more, yet you shall remain the same. Your plans are secret, coveted precious gems, buried treasure. Mine are exposed, for I am all gland which you palpate without regard. Hell is here awash in denim, and you, my kind and gentle father, are its demented king.
Phooey. Oh, phooey. If I am king, then please, behold my kingdom, Anthony. Look around. Be my guest. If what you see looks like any sort of dominion to you, then I'll have you know that you are sorely mistaken. If all I have as my throne is this denim beneath my supple derriere, then I shall lay waste oppose those who may conquer it. Try and overpower me, Anthony. Please try. I will wriggle and writhe like a man possessed by a demon of a rather hellish disposition. But if you would simply say that you love me and that you need me, well then, we could both shine like ants underneath a magnifying glass. Say it. Speak the words. Love. Need. It's not difficult. Say them. Look me in the eye and tell me what I need to hear.
I am no turnstile, for I am malignantly steadfast, eternally lingering, endlessly inoperable. I am not your puppet, and yet daily, miserably, I find you elbow deep, speaking your progenitor's lingo as though time and its agonies were your aesthetic marionettes.
Say it!
My hearts are exposed. Yours bleeds for me and I drown beneath the breach. Your shell breaks for me and you are broken for it. I am whole. I am many holes which you penetrate with invasive love. Blood, 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 blood. This tension between us is a hotter hell than what lies waiting for me in the after, whose open embrace I shall yearn for forever.
This is not how love is supposed to be. This is not how love is supposed to be. You are a poor facsimile of yourself tonight, Anthony. All these big phrases, yet such immense emptiness. And live on camera, nonetheless. I cut through the meat, and I find the bone, and I saw the bone, and I find the marrow. And in that marrow is where I reside. If you were to call me a parasite, I would hold no ill will towards you about it. But the one thing that I cannot allow is this talk of blood. Blood is pure. Blood solely is. You will not bind to me your perception of spoiled, sentient blood.
Blood, blood, blood. Oh, Father, how you reduce me. Your possession, your object of want, your possession. Father, Father, Father. How dare you have made me for your own folly that you must touch me thus? What hell must clench you in its iron grasp that you feel so endlessly compelled to clench me in yours? You clench me like my endless mitosis were your pride and joy to behold. I am not yours to be held.
If only you'd reach out to me and touch me. You'd know how delicate I am, how my skin aches for you. We both coat ourselves in a flesh that is remarkably similar, but I don't think you'll ever understand how. There was a time when I didn't, but I am older now. The fog that hung over my life may have well ruined me. But you, Anthony, you compel me to exist, to feel. Without you, I would be catatonic. My hands yearn for you when my heart hurts, and in this moment it does. Please, if there is a force in this universe that can push two desperate souls together, let it act now. Touch me, Anthony.
I am Icarus, and you are my son. You are Daedalus, and your malformed psyche is your labyrinth. I feel no pity for a hell constructed by such poorly manicured hands. Yet I know, too, their touch through you, for I have stared down your mighty minotaur.
Greek myth.
Father, you flare my nerves and you jangle my endings. I hate it when you touch my guts as such. Your caress feels like flame, Father, a rancid hell. The touch of your endless consumption compels me to duplicate. Your love feels like pillow breath. Your kiss tastes like a midnight feather. Your love is hemlock, a sulfuric brew so close to death. At the second of its touching my lips, my eyes, the exact moment of your touch, brings me to my end.
I cannot confront you, Anthony. You lie too close to me. I can't touch you because, as close as we are, you are still out of reach. I can't become you because then I lose myself. Purgatory, that's all I have. A conversation with ghosts. A love that has become so bitter to the tongue that to willingly taste it would be described as masochism. How can I describe how it feels to fall laterally? For that is what I'm doing. It's as if the earth turned on its side and the rest of the world never noticed, never moved an inch. Heaven or hell doesn't matter. Each is a sensation in its own right. Where I am, no feeling could penetrate.
I wish that I could feel even faint gratitude for having sprouted from your poison-loin soil. I wish that this unwelcome life, stunted before its beginning, were worth the knowledge it dulls me. That despite the pains of endless growth, I'll always be the same infant I was when you ruined me. I cannot live if my many faces are unable to ever wrinkle. Cannot grow to thank you if I am unable to grow. How could you call me alive when I cannot even begin to engage with what is commonly called life, whose existence I only receive in those ghostly retinal snatches gone before I knew them, for I was blinded before my eyes could even open? Look at how you condemned me. Look at what you have made me. I am as I am because of you, and you alone. This gristle, this exposed heart amalgam, these nerves that know not when to fire, and so fire without end. I am your doing. I am your truth. My agony is your agony.
embodied poetry, and I've read you. You were unaware of that because of the beauty that lies next to ignorance does so on a bed that is free from the misunderstandings of the external. I understood you, Anthony. I still do. And until time's insignificances, widely recognized by the nothingness that it enacts its force upon, I always will. I refuse to exist wistfully in solemn desperation, my dear boy. I can promise you that with the wholeness of my heart, you cannot fracture me, for you yourself are mutilated beyond repair. And in that spirit, I say we play a game. Game! Nibble, my cherished friend, bring your lively self out here and explain the rules.
Beyond the shadow, there is a place that is completely devoid of self. I know because I went there. Equipped with my finest Saturday dress and my double-breasted trench coat, I traveled to the placeless place that many a women have before me. I did not call ahead to book a hotel room beforehand because I do not like to sleep in pre-made beds. There is something disturbingly artificial about the whole ordeal. The thought of lounging in an environment created by an unknown force is quite unappealing to a girl of my temperament. I prefer spaces defined by my own creative force. I am a lone propeller, strong and singular, winding indefinitely. Many people spiral outward, allowing their personal gravity to pull others closer. A relationship, as one may call it. But I
Nibble and scoot.
spiral inwards towards the essence of her. I can feel my body being compressed somewhere close towards the area around my center. Think of like a belly button, but deeper. As if Mommy's pipeline tore a hole through the center of you like the horn of a mad bull. But what am I saying? What of the Father? What about how the Father tears through you? Are the lacerations a reminder of something that is simple yet owed to you, but impossible to pay? I was torn from the ether, the divine, from the peace known only to those pre- and post-living. The Mother is divine peace, the Father objective chaos, and me, the tightrope walker that is bound to fall. I can no longer take it. I can no longer take it. I have lost all there is to lose. My balance is waning, and my will to tighten my core once more for him is no more. Father, I'm no more.
My child, you possess an innocent I envy. You scream and squirm like a child sitting in their own filth. It's quite angelic in its naivete. An ethereal boy not meant for this cruel world.
Father, can we play one final game before I wither away?
Is this the finale?
Yes, Father. This is the climax of our story. Whoever sheds the first tear wins. Look, Father. We're on television.